You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White sports fans, there is no doubt about it, man. Caitlin Clark has changed the fortunes of the WNBA. Now, WNBA has been around for what, 27 years or something like that? And in 27 years, nobody cared. Absolutely nobody cared about the WNBA. Not a soul. But she comes in, she's getting all the attention. The media is actually talking about her. Folks, Black and White Sports 2 is actually getting more views than this channel here with over 260,000 subs. Because people actually are paying attention to Caitlin Clark. For once, the WNBA actually has somebody that can move the needle. Now, her Indiana Fever, they're not winning games. I believe they've only won 2 games. What is their record, like 2-9 or something like that? They're not very good. But Caitlin Clark, man, is the meal ticket. And apparently, you know, these WNBA players, they seem to be very, very jealous of Caitlin Clark. I mean, they've been taking cheap shots at her on the court. And Draymond Green actually came out and said that the Fever needs someone to be an enforcer to protect Caitlin Clark. Now, that actually brings us to ESPN First Take. Now, Stephen A. Smith, man, he was caught off guard because a female basketball analyst, I actually don't know who she is. She was actually covering, I believe, college basketball. That just shows you guys, when it comes to women's sports, even the women don't even care, man. Let's just be real, man. The people that actually watch WNBA are men for the most part. Okay? But anyway, there was a heated argument on First Take, man, and Stephen A. Smith was left in shock when I believe her name is Monica McNutt. Yeah, I'm not joking. That's her name, guys. McNutt. Yeah, that's her name. They got into it, man, and then she said something, and Stephen A. Smith was just stunned. Let's get into it, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Member live stream every single Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We appreciate the support. So here we go. Check this out. Stephen A. Smith, Monica McNutt fired barbs on First Take during contentious Caitlin Clark segment. When I mean, guys, that he was stunned because she actually called him out and said, hey, with this platform, because you guys actually know they're actually talking about the WNBA now. They're probably leading off the show talking about the WNBA. She's like, you could have talked about this stuff 3 years ago. I must defend Stephen A. Smith because 3 years ago, nobody gave a damn about the WNBA. What were they actually going to talk about? For the most part, man, all these sports shows, they mainly talk about, you know, NFL, NBA, and Major League Baseball. Those are the biggest sports. And I'm not even really sure if they actually talk much NHL. Okay. But let's go ahead and watch this clip here of Stephen A. There's Molly there. Shannon, he's not going to really say much, but that's Monica McNutt right there. Let's watch this exchange, guys. Let's roll it.
We're talking about them maximize their great potential. And because we bring that up and talk about what potentially might get in their way, which we do to men all the time, now we got to sit up here and watch every syllable. I resent that, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, so let me. I know we got to go to break. Welcome to the world of being a woman, Stephen A., and how you have to dance about your word choice and you have to please everybody and anybody as you navigate your being. We are talking about the world's greatest.
How about being a black man?
Okay,
being black.
Hold on 1 second.
Have you?
So this is what I'm saying to y'all, though, and I know we got to go to break, and we didn't necessarily go there, and maybe we should. There are so many layers in this conversation around the way that it's being discussed. When you no, and yes, Shannon, I know y'all are gonna say you know, and Stephen A., I know you're gonna you just shared that you have talked about the WNBA on your program too. You guys may not have said everybody, but the prevailing sentiment for folks that are just joining the WNBA and following women's sports is unfair to the women of this league, to your point, who have laid the groundwork for Caitlin Clark to come in and now take it to the next level. That's all I'm saying in these conversations. Kennedy Carter's behavior is not indicative of the entire league. We are still talking about competition where you are allowed to get a little extra elbow in if you are competing and you do it within the parameters of the game. The game is physical. Caitlin is helping to grow the league. These women understand that, but she cannot be babied as a rookie. That's all I'm at.
All right. Who talks about the WNBA? Who talks about women? Who talk about women's sports more than First Take?
Stephen A., respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Wow.
All right, we got to go. You guys.
So did you say
you're my guy, but
who does more than
Stephen
us?
A., I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Wow.
Don't do that. I'm talking to you about the power that you have.
Okay.
I'm talking to you.
Okay.
All right, let's.
You're my guy, but I'm talking to you.
Guys, I really appreciate
you're my girl, but you've missed a lot of episodes of First Take. You missed a lot.
Stephen A., 3 years ago, you would not talk about the W at this level. Don't do that.
Guys.
Nobody was, Monica.
Guys.
You making Stephen A.'s point, Monica. You making Stephen A.'s point.
Please let me do my job. Please let me do my job. We've gone for 40 minutes straight. It was a riveting discussion. I have to get into commercial break.
Wow, 40 minutes straight, and that's only 2 minutes of that right there? Boy, Stephen A. was just left stunned. Now, my question is, what was Stephen A. Smith actually going to talk about for the past 3 years up until Caitlin Clark? I'm pretty sure, now I don't know for sure, maybe they did a couple of segments on the WNBA, but for the most part, no sports talk show, no sports network, outside of just, regular ESPN because they got the rights to the WNBA. None of these debate shows were talking about the WNBA. Nobody cared. Now, when it came to Brittany Griner, yeah, we were talking about that. That's because she was locked up in Russia. But when it comes to the actual game, guess what? Once she actually got back on the court, nobody cared. Nobody showed up to that Sparks game. Brittany Griner's first game since coming back from Russia. The people in LA did not show up. I remember the coach of the Sparks actually came out and slammed the fans for not showing up. I mean, they didn't care. Nobody cared about the WNBA until Caitlin Clark showed up. That's just a fact. So what was Stephen A. really going to actually say about the WNBA? Now, I highly doubt that they were actually talking about the WNBA. Yeah, I know they actually talked about like Naomi Osaka and tennis. They've talked about Serena Williams before. But the WNBA, what was that really there to talk about? Absolutely nothing for the most part. But now, it's taking over sports, man. This Caitlin Clark thing, man, all this controversy, this is actually good news for the WNBA. But I truly do believe that the players still want to be victims more than getting paid, man. These people are jealous of Caitlin Clark, and Stephen A. has also called out the black players in the WNBA for that. He said, yeah, they're jealous of them, of her, I should say. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.